Welcome back to the Third Latest Podcast, hosted by your favorite people, Nate and Donnie.
What's going on?
This week's episodes are going to be a little different. We're going to have two episodes posted for you guys, two little mini episodes. The first one is going to be this one that you'll be seeing on Sunday, September the 3rd. And then the next one is going to be posted on Tuesday, September the 4th. The first one that we're about to be doing, though, is our, well, you already read the title, but preseason award predictions. So MVP, Offensive Player of the Year, Defense Player of the Year, Offense Rookie of the Year, Defense Rookie of the Year, Coach of the Year, Comeback Player of the Year. All for the NFL this year. He's sneak peeking at my picks right now. And so that'll be the first little episode. I thought it'd be a fun little way to jump back into the season. And then Tuesday before our Thursday night game, we'll have our week 1 predictions posted. So y'all have time to, make your bets or fry us in the comments, whatever you want to do. But yeah, man, let's jump right into it. I feel like we should start from the bottom and work our way up to MVP. So that's how we're about to do it. I'm gonna say let's start off with Comeback Player of the Year. What's your candidates for Comeback Player of the Year? We're gonna do our top 3 for each, and then obviously tell you our winner, number 1. But first, second, and third spot for these awards. Comeback Player of the Year.
Okay. We doing top 3. Sometimes you do honorable mention, right?
I just did top 3. I don't have an honorable mention in mind.
Okay. I mean, I have some in my head. I didn't write them down. But anyway, my comeback players. I got my 1, 2, 3. My number 1 is Cooper Kupp. The year before, Triple Crown winner. Come on.
Yeah,
if he stays healthy, he's probably gonna get it.
Might not even be healthy for week 1.
Yeah, I know.
He's in, I think, where's he at right now?
He's in a different day right now, ain't he?
He's in a different state right now, trying to get ready for week 1.
But anyways, my number 2, the only reason I put this is because of what happened to him last year, is Damar Hamlin. If he stays healthy all year and plays, he don't even have to do that great. He just has to do good, help his team win. If he helps his team win a couple times, they'll put him in.
If he plays the full season, they're going to give him the award.
They're probably going to give him the award.
I'm not going to lie. I did my top 3 if Brees wasn't in here. Brees. Oh, my God. Spoiler alert. If Damar Hamlin wasn't in, if the unfortunate situation didn't happen. But yeah, he's probably going to win as long as he stays healthy. So that's why I wrote him down. But I have a top 3 besides Damar Hamlin. So that's going to be my list.
Right. And then my number 3, if he stays healthy all year, it's got to be Lamar Jackson. Come on. The dude's good. If he stays healthy all year, he's going to win games. He's going to do good. He's probably going to be up in there, at least in the top 3, if not winning. But, that's my 3.
Well, that's funny because I got basically the same 3. But it's just different order. I got Lamar winning Comeback Player of the Year. Lamar is just so good. It's just I didn't know if I could put him for this award because he is a unanimous MVP, and it's not like he was out all year last year. He played the first 6 weeks, but I got him winning. That's just who I feel like would deserve it most if he stays healthy all year. And then number 2, I got Cooper Kupp. Kind of the same reasons he was saying. Triple Crown winner, dude's a beast. Last time we seen him on the field, he was named best player on the offense. So. In all of football. So, yeah, number 3, I got Brees Hall. We've seen the flashes he had last year. Dude looked like an absolute animal before he got hurt. It's just going to be a little weird splitting carries with Dalvin Cook because Dalvin Cook's one of those guys that don't like to, be a backup. So, it'll definitely be interesting, but I think he'll take on that role very well. And, yeah, I did write down Damar Hamlin because I know he's going to win if he stays healthy, he deserves it. Coming back from something like that is insane. That he can't even play this year is crazy. It's a blessing, but yeah, that's Comeback Player of the Year. I got Lamar winning. You got Cooper Kupp winning.
Yeah.
I think those are pretty nice picks there. Next up, I'm going to go with Defensive Rookie of the Year. I'll start us off. I feel like there wasn't too many picks. Besides the top 2, I feel like it's a flip-flop if you believe it'll be Will Anderson or Jalen Carter. But I like Jalen Carter more. He's bigger. I'm more of a defense tackle guy. I respect a good defensive tackle. There's not too many in the league. Like superstar defensive tackles at least. And I like Jalen Carter a lot. Will Anderson, I obviously have second. And then third, it's like kind of a wild card. Just because I liked him so much coming out the draft. And obviously, I knew he was going to go to the Steelers, but it would have still been nice to, see him go somewhere else. But it's nice he got to go on his dad's team. Joey Porter Jr. is my third one, just because I think he's going to be a stud, already in a starting role. He's going to be a beast. I like him. Who's your defense rookie of the year?
All right. I got my first one. I mean, like you said, there ain't really a whole lot to choose from, but I went Will Anderson for my number 1, Jalen Carter for my number 2, and then my number 3, Tyree Wilson, the edge for the Raiders. He's going to be on the other side of Max. He's going to be a starter.
That's the only reason why I didn't put Tyree was because, Max Crosby's going to be getting that love, I feel like.
Well, yeah.
But
I feel like, when I went down the list and I went down the draft, and I was just like, I don't know, man. This is a hard pick.
There was a few corners like Emmanuel Forbes and a couple guys like that.
Yeah, I was looking at him too, but I'm going with Tyree Wilson. So, Will Anderson, Jalen Carter, Tyree Wilson.
Yeah,
we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
I mean, there's not really too much to say about that. I feel like it's getting handed to one of them guys, but hey, someone could surprise us.
Yeah, I'm hoping my boy Luke Van Ness surprises.
I've seen him up there. I also seen Miles Murphy up there too.
Yeah, Miles Murphy. Yeah.
You want to start us off with this Offensive Rookie of the Year? What you thinking for Offensive Rookie of the Year? Who's your Offensive Rookie of the Year winner?
All right, my winner is going to be Bijan. Bijan.
What a surprise!
And I know I wanted to put. Okay, well, I'm just going to tell you who mine are. My number 1 is Bijan. My number 2 is Zay Flowers. I really wanted to put Zay Flowers up there.
He was saying on our fantasy draft, Rookie of the Year, when Zay Flowers came around.
Yeah, and I think he's going to be up there. And then my number 3, a lot of people won't agree with, but I think it's Jackson Smith. I know he's got Tyler Lockett and DK Metcalf next to him.
Oh, I like that pick. That's a really good pick.
I really love this kid, man. And he's a dog, and he's going to be up there. If he's not even in the top 3, he'll be in the top 5 candidates.
He'll be an elite receiver this year. That's for sure.
Oh yeah, for sure. So my 3 is Bijan Robinson, Zay Flowers, Jackson Smith.
And if you're hearing these rookies, you don't know their names, go look up their film and watch them. Like, these guys are crazy. Like, Zay Flowers, his route running is, like, impeccable. Like, show me a dude running like that.
Besides Devontae, I think Justin Jefferson.
Well, yeah, but, I mean, he's just so
But he's a rookie, man. He's a rookie. We're going to see what happens.
Yeah, we are. I'm excited for Zay.
Even though he's on Baltimore, I'm excited for him.
I'm surprised you don't have my number 1, Bryce Young, who I think's going to win. I like Bryce Young a lot. I think he's very poised. I think he's ready for the NFL. I think he's a really good thrower of the ball, man. I think even if the Panthers get 6 wins, which I have them, I think, getting 7 this year, even if they got 6, I think they give it to him. Just if he stays healthy all year and plays. I mean, they most of the time like to hand it out to quarterbacks. But my number 2 is Bijan, just because of the role he's taken on or Bijan, however you say it. His role he's taken on with the Falcons, as running back receiver type deal. I mean, you still got Cordell Patterson there, but they clearly like Bijan. They want him to be there.
That's not even going to be a question.
And number 3, I also have Zay Flowers. I like Zay Flowers a lot. That's pretty funny that you said that. But yeah. Number 3 is Zay Flowers. I don't know, man. You're not sold on Bryce Young?
I don't know, man. It's hard just because I don't know.
He just looks so comfortable. I feel like I don't know, man. He just looks so comfortable. Like he didn't play much in the preseason
for young quarterbacks.
But I think he did pretty good. I think he did really good. But yeah, moving on to.
They're all good ones. I mean.
What else we got? We got Defensive Player of the Year, Offensive Player of the Year, MVP, and Coach of the Year. Let's go Coach of the Year. You start us off. Coach of the Year.
All right. My top 3. My number 1. Oh.
Let us know your guys in the comments, too, if you guys got, people
that are different
over us or that are different, whatever you want to put. But, yeah, go ahead. Coach of the Year. My bad.
You're good. My top 3, my number 1 is Dan Campbell. I'm surprised he didn't get it last year just because how much they hyped him up. But as long as they have a positive win record, he will. I think he'll get it. Another one, my number 2, I put down Robert Saleh for the Jets. I think the Jets are going to definitely make the playoffs, and I think the Jets are going to surprise a lot of people. I'm not being biased because Aaron Rodgers is there. If you really look at the team and who they got, their team is ridiculous.
I mean, I agree.
And then my third one, which nobody would pick in the world, but coming in with the youngest core in the NFL and taking them to a playoffs, he's going to be in the running for coach of the year. He's already been in the running for coach of the year a couple years already, and that is Matt LaFleur.
You think he'll be third even without making playoffs?
He's going to make the playoffs.
Oh,
Shut
yeah,
up.
you have him in playoffs.
No,
Oh, wait, no. Do you have him missing?
No, I got him missing, but I feel like
People are going to be surprised by how many wins that they do get.
yeah, and he
He'll get
really
put on
deserves the
notice.
credit he gets. He ain't getting no credit because he had Aaron Rodgers as quarterback. So them first couple years they went 13-3, 2 years in a row. He didn't get no credit for that. Like I don't understand that, but being a young coach coming in, getting 13-3 2 years in a row last year
That's
was
crazy.
What?
No, continue.
Oh, and last year I know was a little slump in the season, and that just shows you how big of an impact Devontae made. And VS losing all them guys, it made an impact. So, but like I said, if they get a positive wins, he's going to be in the Kansas City to be up in there for the coach of the year. Them are my 3.
I think it's pretty
Campbell,
crazy. We got
Robert Saleh, and Matt LaFleur.
We got all different coaches. I don't have none of those on my list.
Ooh, all right. I
yeah,
love that.
Got a little spicy, yeah.
All right, I
Coach
like
of
that.
the year. I thought I took a way different approach here. Last year they gave it to DeBall. Year before that
Which I don't think he should've got
they
it.
gave it to Vrabel. So I feel like they're giving Coach of the Year more leaning towards more coaches that turn teams around, make them playoff teams. So my coach of the year at first, I did have Doug Peterson at first as my number 1, but I switched it. He's my number 3 right now. So I got Doug Peterson number 3 because I feel like the Jags are going to win that division, and I got them winning 12 games. I think the Jags are going to have a huge year. Personally, Peterson around him for year 2. He's such a great coach. He clearly changed the Jags around. Clearly got Trevor Lawrence's head right on his shoulders, and they all love him over there. So I'm sold on Doug Peterson. I like him a lot. He's my number 3.
I like Doug Peterson a lot too. That's a
Number
good one.
2, I got Andy Reid. I feel like even he'll be number 2 in my opinion, just because the Chiefs I got still second in AFC. So, and making the AFC Championship with a team like they got and making the AFC Championship, he's probably still going to be up there in the votes. That's why I got him as my number 2. I'm not going to lie. Like, the Chiefs are just the Chiefs. They're always going to be talked about.
And that's why Reed will never
It
be
is
up there
what it
again.
is.
Come on, dude.
It is what it is. And number 1, winning, I got Nick Sirianni. I feel like he was a little bit snubbed last year. Like, the Eagles made the playoffs the year before, but with 9 wins, and they got smoked in the first round. Next year, they come in and go to the Super Bowl. Jalen Hurts is playing like an MVP. Like, what he did to that team, his energy for that team every game, it's ridiculous. He deserved it last year, and I still got them coming out on top in the NFC. I think that they have the possibility to win 14, maybe even 15 games this year. I think their squad's ridiculous.
And that's why I feel like they won't give it to him. He's coaching a team that's already absolutely ridiculous. Like,
But they weren't ridiculous until he went there, is what I'm trying to say, though.
Yeah,
like,
no. But last year they had a ridiculous team.
first year he goes there, he picks up Jalen Hurts, and they go 9-8, and then they still made the playoffs his rookie year.
Mm-hmm.
Following year, you get all those new additions, do everything you do to the defense, the offense. This dude did it. It's not. He drafted well. And
Him and the GM.
oh yeah, but they're the ones making the shots. They're the ones picking up these players and making trades for these players. He is involved with all of that.
Well, yeah, every coach is.
Exactly.
Should be.
Exactly. That's why I feel like he was so snubbed last year. I thought it was Sirianni deserved it last year. I don't care what anyone
Yeah, it wasn't. I
says.
definitely didn't think it was Duvall.
He
or
got
Duvall
number
or
1.
Ballhead or whatever his name was.
Best team in the league last year, and he didn't. Like, completely turned the Eagles around. Completely. They went from a team that everyone laughed at to a team that everyone's scared to play.
Dude, last year, literally nobody had Jalen Hurts in their top quarterback tier.
Nobody except
now
me.
he's like, oh, number one. And y'all jumped quick.
Nobody except me, boy.
Everybody jumped their ship quick.
That was, honestly, I'm not going to lie to you guys. If you go back and look at the podcast, my best take from last season, you can ask most of the people around me that are in my life, you know. My best take from last season was the Philadelphia Eagles take and Jalen Hurts. I liked what I seen from Jalen Hurts last year. I knew he was a good thrower. He had an amazing head on his shoulders. And I watched the additions they made over the offseason. I watched what was going down over there. I seen the culture was changing. And I had them going to the NFC Championship. I didn't quite have them in the Super Bowl. But still going from a laughingstock to NFC Championship and building my dynasty team around Jalen Hurts last year. I mean, Hurts and the Eagles were my biggest, you know, that was my best predictions from last year, I would say. That I knew they were going to blow up, and yeah, so.
Look at that.
That all has to go with Nick Sirianni.
I had him in the NFC Championship, losing to the Rams.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm saying, how many people were sold, but I was sold. And I was getting everybody around me sold on them, you know what I'm saying? But, yeah, I feel like Sirianni deserved it last year. I think he'll get it this year. You had Dan Campbell. I didn't even have him in my top three. I mean,
Robert Saleh.
Oh, man. You want to... So we got Defensive Player of the Year, Offensive Player of the Year, MVP. I'll let you choose what we go to next because you're starting us off.
We got MVP, Defensive Player, and what?
Offensive Player. Well, MVP's last, so defense,
right.
offense.
I'll go defense. You want me to start off?
Yes, sir.
All right, my Defensive Player of the Years. It's usually like, I don't even understand, like, these guys, like...
They never go away.
They never go away. And
they're always
like,
going to be top three.
Top five. There's other ones that you can mention. They're always going to be in the top five. I feel like these guys are always going to be in there. But I'm going to go with Nick Bosa as my number one this year.
Didn't he win last year?
No.
Who won last year? I thought Nick Bosa won last year.
No, it was, look that up.
I'm looking it up, but you can keep talking.
Really?
Keep talking. I'll tell you.
I don't think it was. But anyways. Nick Bosa, I would remember that. And my number two, I thought...
Yeah, Nick Bosa.
Okay, well, there you go.
You think he's going to go back-to-back?
Yeah, and then we got number two is Micah Parsons. I think the dude's just ridiculous. I mean, he's already proved. I mean, you just scratch your head on it. But yeah, I'm definitely putting Michael Parsons up there. My number three, Myles Garrett.
Well, those are great picks.
I'm not giving it to T.J. Watt.
Those are great picks. Well, my number one is Michael Parsons. I had him as number one last year. I think he's just due. The dude is an absolute god. And Micah, I did see your running back highlight, so if that boy was running back, he'd be better than Derrick Henry. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was watching his highlights. I was like, oh my god. But anyways, that besides the point. Micah, you're my defensive player of the year. Enough said. Number two is T.J. Watt. Sack record. Tied sack record. I know he's coming for it this year. What's his name made a bet with him? Your guy, man. He has the podcast with Pac-Man Jones. He's a kicker, former kicker. Oh my God, I'm blanking on his name. Yeah, Pat McAfee. He made a $500,000. Yeah, I know, right? I blanked. I'm sorry. He made a $500,000 bet. Not even bet, just gamble. He told T.J. Watt if you get over your sack record, which is 22.5, tied most in the season, then he'll donate $500,000 to a charity, something like that. So TJ's coming for that sack record. If he gets that, he'll be Defense Player of the Year. Obviously, they'll get it to him, duh. But he's got to stay healthy. So number one, I got Micah. Then I got TJ, and then number three, old reliable. I kind of just threw him here just because until I see him go inconsistent, I can't just not put him up here. I can't. It's out of respect. Myles Garrett, number three. the dude either wins or he's top 2 or 3 every year, and he's one of the biggest dudes I've ever seen in my entire life. So Micah, T.J. Watt, and Myles Garrett, my top 3. That's crazy. Both ain't even in mine. I mean, he won last year, and he's been holding out on the 49ers. I can't even believe you said Nick Bosa.
I like him.
I mean, I like him too a lot. I like both the Bosas. I like Joey too. It's just,
Joey.
you know, I don't know. He's been holding out. Offensive Player of the Year. I feel like a lot of the league and a lot of fans are agreeing with this. Not even just fans, NFL fans. I feel like Jamar Chase is just due to win this year only because Jefferson won last year. I mean, it's Jamar's year, in my opinion. I got Jamar 1 because especially with the Bengals winning the AFC this year, I think that Chase will be first, and then I got Jefferson 2 just because Jefferson
is Jefferson.
He's Jefferson. He's never going to, like, the dude is a dog. I'm so blessed I get to watch him for the next however many years. Number 3, I got Christian McCaffrey playing both those roles. He's going to be carrying the 49ers. This dude's about to have... Dude, he's about to go so crazy.
Dude, that's crazy that we don't see each other's picks.
I literally am not even around him till this podcast, so I can't even see his picks. We don't talk about this. We just say what we're going to talk about. We show up here, and we record, and we find out as we go. That's really how we do it. Find out as we go. And I got Chase, Jefferson, CMC. I'm sure that's the same thing he's got since he just said that. No, you have?
Yeah. I got different, though. I got McCaffrey 2.
Oh, McCaffrey 2, okay.
Yeah, so I got Jamar Chase 1. I got same reasons he's saying. I think it's just his year.
I wanted CMC very bad in the Dynasty League, but, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, but, I got Jamar Chase. Number 2 is Christian McCaffrey. He's just going to make that offense better. You know, he's just a beast, dude. I just love the kid. Then I got 3, Justin Jefferson. I mean, they were like the 3 best players in the NFL on offense.
Yes, they are.
That's non-quarterback.
Argue with your mom, dude.
But, that's my 3. Jamar Chase, Christian McCaffrey, and Justin Jefferson.
I feel like if you're not agreeing with that, do you know ball? All right, MVP candidates. The last and final one, the one y'all been waiting for. We can wrap up this video. We can wrap up this video, and then you guys can come back on Tuesday to watch our Week 1 predictions and hit that like button. You know what I mean? Share with your friends.
Like, follow, share.
Whoever you're watching the NFL Sundays with, just be like, "Are you watching 30 Days podcast?" Because if you're not, what are you doing? Anyways,
like, what are you doing with your life?
What are you doing? Not hitting subscribe and like. What?
Lame.
Yeah, but let's have no sounds. Okay. Anyways, let's hop into this MVP and then we can wrap up this video. You start us off your MVP.
All right.
You say your number 3 and then I'm gonna say my number 3. Let's go back and forth. Let's back and forth it. Let's ease into the MVPs. Number 3. What's your number 3?
My number 3 is Justin Herbert.
Wow. Okay.
Yes.
That's crazy. My number 3 is Joseph Lee Burrow.
Who?
Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow is your number 3?
Yeah.
Yeah, I went Herbert. I think with the addition of Quentin Johnson. I don't know, man.
He's a beast, dude.
I just think their team's there, and he's gonna throw his butt off.
Herbert's a beast. I think that he will win MVP in his career, probably a couple, maybe 2, but
not this year.
I don't feel like this year. I don't know, man. I just don't feel like it this year. I don't think it's time. I don't think it's his turn yet. But my number 3 I got is Joe Burrow. I mean, everybody knows why. He's going to be in top 3. He was last year. I mean, come on.
Right.
Be surprised if you don't win it, honestly. I feel like they're going to win the AFC, and then I also feel like they're going to win the Super Bowl this year. So, having him 3rd is still kind of low. I just don't think that they would have Burrow and Chase winning both awards. But if it goes how the NFL posted, I mean, hey, they'll win both the awards.
That'd be cool.
But yeah, I got Burrow 3.
All right, my number 2 is Burrow.
Ooh, okay.
I got Joe Burrow at number 2.
Wow, what's his one? Oh, what's his one? Oh. Oh my God, we're heating up.
Yeah.
We're heating up.
I got Burrow number 2 because same thing he's saying. Like he
Speaks for itself.
speaks for itself, right? You seen what he done with one of the worst lines in the league. Took us to the Super Bowl. Last year, he still got sacked 42 times. Got us to the AFC Championship. I don't even know what else to say about this dude. He breaks tackles. He scrambles. He makes good throws. I mean, the dude's just a beast. I'm just so happy he's a Bengal.
Yeah, he is.
And yeah, that's it. I mean, I got Burrow number 2.
My number 2, he's gonna be a little upset.
I hope he won't say who I think he will say.
But until this
Oh,
man
God,
is
please tell me
stopped,
you don't
I
say
can't
this.
not have him in top 3.
Hold
It's
on,
all
hold on, hold on.
respect.
I'm gonna write down right here who I think it is. Alright.
It's just pure respect. I mean, come on. He's best QB in football, Patrick Mahomes, number 2. It's my MVP. They're still gonna win that division. They're still gonna be beasts. They're still gonna win that division. They're still gonna be beasts. Mahomes is best QB in football. I don't know how you can't have him in your top 3. This guy, come on, this guy.
Because they're having to go on be on a slump this year. That's why you can get the top 3. That's why I just said that this whole time.
Yeah, I know. He believes that Chiefs are going on a slump, but I
Ain't
don't
no
see
huge
it
slump.
yet.
I still got them winning their division by
I don't
one
see it
game,
yet.
but they're not going to be 14-2 from 13-3. No.
Well, I got Mahomes too. Yeah. So
Alrighty.
number 1, who's your or wait? I guess I'll start off. My number 1 MVP, my winner MVP, Jalen Hurts. I mean, his year last year speaks for itself. Even though they lost that Super Bowl, he still looked
Really
like the best
should've
player
had it
on that
last year.
field.
Should have won it last year.
Could argue that. Could most definitely argue that. I mean, I believe that he should have won it last year. But they'll do that, and I feel like he'll have 5,000 plus yards total easily. I think that's cake. Passing and rushing for Hurts, I think 5,000 is going to be cake for him.
I don't know about cake, but yeah.
This season, and with 5,000 total yards, I don't know how you don't win MVP. So, and winning the NFC back-to-back years, going to the Super Bowl last year, I think it's Hurts MVP year. Honestly, it's just his year. That's who I got. It's his year.
That's who I got.
That's who you got. Oh snap! Okay,
Yeah. Jalen Hurts. Should have had it last year. I think
too,
he got
man.
robbed. This team they got right now, he's gonna go off, dude. He's gonna go off, and they can't steal it from him this year. They just can't steal from him. I got him losing in the NFC Championship game to the Dallas Cowboys. But at the same time, I just can't.
it's all about regular season.
Yeah, it is, and I can't see him losing it. So I'm giving this one to Jalen Hurts. You got robbed last year. You're winning this year.
You heard it here first. Those are our NFL award predictions for this season. If you enjoyed this little episode of Thread the Laces, you would like to see more weeks like this where we post 2 little mini episodes instead of 1 bigger episode, let us know. We're just testing this out, seeing how we like it. But yeah, stay tuned for Tuesday. We'll have our week 1 predictions for the NFL season posted. Thursday is the first game of the season. Let's get it.
It's
And
been so long, man.
yeah, no, I'm so excited. But yeah, let's jump right into this next episode. Let's get recording. I love you if you watch this whole thing. Hit that like button, hit that sub button, share with your friends. And yeah, we're out. Hoo day!
Hootie!